Hare Krishna. So, we'll be reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, 12th shloka. Pankashanta karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devataha Shipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Men in this material world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from the fruitive work in the world. So, this section of Bhagavad Gita, if we see right from 4.10 to 4.12 and to some extent to up to 4.15 also. Mainly 4.10 to 4.12. This section is mainly based on the theme that Krishna is the goal and the creator of all the paths. Krishna is the goal and he is the creator of all the paths. The prayojan is Krishna. Sambandha videya prayojan. My relationship, the process and the goal is Krishna. So, I would like to pick some points right from 4.10, 4.11 and then connect this shlok 4.12 because it can be understood in a common context. Alright. So, in 4.10, as you see, you can open this shloka where Krishna says very few very famous words in this shlok, which is also coming in 2.56 of Bhagavad Gita. Where Krishna discusses about Sthita Pragya Sthiti. So 4.10 also uses the same words. It says Vittaraga Bhaya Krodha. Vittaraga Bhaya Krodha means you free from attachment, fear, anger, Mama Maya Mamupashritaha, which means taking refuge in me. Mam Maya Mam Upashritaha. Krishna says what? Vittaraga Bhaya Dosha, you become free from attachment. You become free. Raga means attachment and Bhaya means fear and Krodha means anger. Become free from attachment, fear and anger. Krishna says that Vittaraga Bhaya Dosha Mama Maya Mam Upashrita, taking refuge in me. Mam Upashrita, take refuge in me. Bahavo Jnana Tapasaputa, with this knowledge, Jnana Tapasaputaha. With this knowledge, with such penances, by such austerities, many have become purified. With the knowledge of me, many have become purified. Vittaraga Bhaya Dosha Mama Maya Mamupashritaha Bhavaho Jnana Tapasaputa. And with this knowledge of me, many have become purified. Mad Bhavam Agataha. They all attained, and with this knowledge of me, with this pure knowledge of me, many have attained a transcendental love of me. So it's not that some new process is required. It is a tested process, properly tested process. You understand? Krishna says that there are many who have taken my knowledge, who have got my pure knowledge, and they have elevated themselves to the transcendental love for me, which is the supreme. Krishna says, declares that in 4.10, right? So again, here indirectly, first time in Bhagavad Gita 4.10, Krishna says, Mamma Upashrita, take refuge unto me. This is the first time where Krishna says in 4th chapter. So far Krishna did not say any such thing up to this shloka. But this is the first place. And towards the end of Bhagavad Gita, like Krishna finally goes Manmana Bhavo Madbhakto, then goes to 18th chapter where Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam. It comes many times where Krishna declares, just surrender unto me. But we will see what impersonalists use in the next shloka. In the 4.11, Ye Yathamam Prapadyante Tams Tathaiva Bhajameham Mam Vartamanuvartante Manushya Partha Sarvashaha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 4.11, Ye Yathamam Prapadyante Tams Tathaiva Bhajameham. What does it mean? As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. That's a concept of reciprocation by Krishna. How Krishna reciprocates. This is the first part of this shloka. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stathaiva bhajamyaham. As you surrender, so shall I reciprocate. As much surrender you show, so shall I reciprocate. So those who consider, it's very clear in this. What is the practical meaning of this? As you surrender, so shall I reciprocate. I reward accordingly. What is the meaning? Now, we can connect this to this shloka, Janma karma cha me divyam. So someone may consider the activities of Krishna, the pastimes of Krishna, transcendental. Someone may consider the activities of Krishna, the pastimes of Krishna, material. The people who consider the activities, the pastimes of Krishna as transcendental, such people are always engaged in transcendental activities. And the people who consider the activities of Krishna as material, he's just another superhuman, just with some more qualities. We consider the activities of Krishna up to that level that, okay, some material activities are only. Then such a person's consciousness also always remains contaminated with materialism. This is the practical meaning of this shloka. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stathaiva bhajamyaham. As you surrender, so shall I reciprocate. According to your surrender, I will reward. If you consider my activities as material, then what will happen? Then you will always be engaged in material activities only. This is the main problem. We are not ready to understand that the activities of Krishna are transcendental. If we understand that, then our activities will also become transcendental. Externally, it may look that you are doing an ordinary job, but internally there is a wide difference of consciousness. The consciousness is absolutely different. There is a difference of consciousness, Chetana, between a devotee and a non-devotee. Right. So, when Krishna says in 4.10, with the knowledge of me, what is the meaning of knowledge of Krishna? Vedescha sarve ahameva hi vedyo. The purpose of Vedas is not to get into ritualistic activities. Krishna says that the purpose of all the Vedas is to understand that my activities are transcendental. When you understand that, when you relish that, then you also become transcendental. Is it all right? So this is the first part. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stathaiva bhajamyaham. This part is mainly, focused upon by the devotees. If you consider this 4.10, then first part of 4.11, this is focused by devotees. Now, the impersonalists, they focus on the second part of this shloka, 4.12, where it says, Mam vartama anuvartante manushya partha sarvasha. All paths, where Krishna says, all paths leads to me. Jato mat tato. So from here this is derived. They didn't see 4.10. They didn't see first part of 4.11. They just saw the second part of 4.11. And they focused on it, that all paths lead to me. किसी भी रास्ते से चले जाओ, मेरे तक ही पहुंच जाओगे. So this is you can say, to understand a person, to understand what a person is speaking, we don't pick a particular line. We pick a context, a complete context, that what is going on. Lifting the wheel, what is the real story going on? You understand something not from one line, but a lot of things are there. The body language is also there. The words that are being, or heavy words are used, light words are used, that is also there. The body language is also there. The speaking tone is also there. There is a complete combination of so many things to understand what a person is really speaking. Not just that we pick one line. तो बाल की खाल उधेड़ने वाली बात हो गई. नहीं, मतलब ऐसे कर दिया इन लोगों ने कि भगवान ने लाइन बोल के बहुत बड़ी गलती कर दी. माम वर्तमान अनुवर्तन्ते मनुष्य पार्थ सर्वशः. But the previous line says that as you surrender, so shall I reward. You become an impersonalist. Okay, you merge in the effulgence. Whereas what is the problem in merging in the effulgence? What is the problem? Can someone tell me? Yes.
We don't have a permanent place to settle down. We
No, there is peace. There is peace over there.
Yes.
What is the problem in going in impersonalism? What is the problem? Yes.
ये हमारी जो प्रोपेंसिटी है वो सर्व करने की है, और इम्पर्सनलिज्म इफिल्जेंस में हम सर्व नहीं कर पाएंगे, वहाँ पे कुछ है नहीं, तो वहाँ से डाउनफॉल हो सकता है.
Okay, no, good answer, but very apt answer. Can someone tell me? Yes.
The soul का जो constitutional nature होता है वो होता है active है soul हमेशा. Body में देखते हैं soul active रहता है, तो वहाँ पे soul active रहेगी, तो inactive हो नहीं सकती soul.
Okay. Yes. Or more apt answer. Yes, Prabhu.
No loving action is there. We cannot reciprocate there with anybody.
Yes. Yes. More apt. More apt. Yes.
We lose our identity.
We lose our identity. No, identity is always there. Even if you merge, your identity is still there, Prabhu. You will come back. You can come back to this material world with your same identity. No. This is against our philosophy. We don't lose the identity. Identity is there forever. Yes.
We do not lose our identity. We never merge.
Yeah, we do not lose our identity. The problem in going into the effulgence is there is no variegatedness. There is no variety over there. So you remain peaceful, but the soul has the nature to have variegatedness, to have variety around. That's what Prabhupada, this specific word is used by Prabhupada. Variegatedness should be there. But that is not there in the effulgence. So what happens when you merge into effulgence, when you go into effulgence? After some time you feel bored because there is no variety. Although there is no pressure, there is no compulsion that you have to come back. See, if you go in the higher planets, in the demigods planets, up to Satyalok if you go, Brahmalok, up to that level you go, whatever pious deeds you have done, whatever good you have done, you take its results. After that, whatever number of years you have to enjoy, you will enjoy there. After that, you will be pushed back forcefully to Bhuloka, to the material world. In any case, Satyalok is also material world. You will be pushed back to central point, the seventh loka, the earth, where again the short-lived life will start. Again, the yugas, you have to continue in the different yugas, and all that systems will start. But yes, you will be sent back in a pressurized manner because your bank account is over. Now you have to come back up to Satyalok. You understand? But beyond that, if you go to Supreme Brahman, the effulgence of Krishna, there will be no pressures for you to come back. In fact, willingly, being bored, you will come back. You will come back willingly कि यहाँ तो कोई वैरायटी है नहीं, चलो वहीं चलते हैं, वहाँ पे वैरायटी तो था कम से कम, जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि चल रहा था, चलने दो, कोई बात नहीं. That is the situation of impersonalists. But Prabhupada again further continues that such impersonalists who have reached the Supreme Brahman, the effulgence of Krishna, when being bored because of lack of variegatedness, when they come back to this material world, now they will get birth in a higher family, in some devotee family, and where they will get a chance to serve the personal form of Krishna. This is Prabhupada's statement. So definitely, we all have been impersonalists in our previous lives at some or the other point. Now, since we have got a chance to be a personalist, we should give our 100% to it, to go back to Krishna. Because once you go back to Krishna, there is so much of variegatedness over there that no one will pressurize you to come back, and you yourself will not want to come back. The reason is, you will find variegatedness over there. You will not want to come back to this material world. Plus, when you go there, Krishna gives you smaran of all your lives that you spent in this material world, of the crores and crores of lives that you have spent here. Krishna gives you smaran, and the living entity feels pathetic, absolutely pathetic, thinking in the spiritual world about this material world, that how he has suffered in this material world. Living entity feels really pathetic about it, so he never wants to come back. That is why someone who reaches, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, someone who reaches my abode does not come. You understand? So, what is the absolute understanding of this 4.11 is Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam satya. Not just the second line, in combination with the first line. Not just the second line, mam vartaman vartante manushya partha sarvashaha. Not just this line. In combination, if you read, then you understand that someone, ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyam, someone who, as you surrender to Krishna, in the same proportion, in the same degree, Krishna reciprocates, in the same degree, Krishna rewards. The practical understanding of this is someone who considers the pastimes of Krishna, the activities of Krishna as transcendental, his life will be transcendental. Krishna will reciprocate in that manner. He will make your life transcendental. But someone who does not consider it, someone who considers activities of Krishna just material, on the material platform, just some superhuman, then the activities of such a person will also remain material, and he will remain entangled in this material world. So again, Manushya Partha Sarvashah has Manushya Partha Sarvashah, our acharyas explained this has two meanings. Manushya Partha Sarvashah, that Krishna says in all, exact translation is, everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. What is the meaning of this? Everyone follows my path. What is the exact meaning? Impersonalists, they take a wrong meaning out of it. What is the exact meaning? There are two meanings to it that our acharyas explain. One meaning is, everyone is attracted by the manifestation. Everyone is attracted by the manifestations of Krishna. Whatever manifestations Krishna is showing us in the material world, this beautiful nature, the rivers, the trees, everyone is attracted to the manifestations. So our acharyas explain, Manushya Partha Sarvasha means everyone follows my path in all respects, means Krishna says that everyone is attracted to my manifestations only. They are material manifestations. But the point is, such attractions to such manifestations of Krishna, does it take you closer to Krishna, or it takes you away from the Krishna? It takes you away from Krishna. So being attracted to such material manifestations of Krishna is not very wise. This is what our acharyas explain. Once Prabhupada asked George Harrison to write the foreword for Krishna book. So what exact lines George Harrison writes in the foreword of Krishna book? Although he didn't have, he liked Prabhupada, he served Prabhupada. He didn't have, at that time when he was asked to, since he was a famous personality, when he was asked by Prabhupada to write a foreword for Krishna book, he was not very philosophically sound. But he liked Prabhupada, he did kirtan for Prabhupada, whatever. But still what he wrote, I'll quote the exact words. Everyone is attracted to Krishna. Everyone is attracted to Krishna. Someone knows it, someone does not know it. Very important line of George. Someone who was not just by association of Prabhupada, not even if he was not so philosophically sound, he could understand that. Devotees are also attracted to Krishna. Non-devotees are also attracted to Krishna. Devotees are attracted to Krishna directly, and non-devotees are attracted to Krishna indirectly by being attracted to his material manifestations, the Prakriti. So this is the exact understanding of this line, Manushya Partha Sarvasha. That in any case, everyone is following the path of Krishna. Someone is attracted to Krishna directly, and someone is attracted to Krishna indirectly through his material manifestations. So this is what our acharyas explain. 8 o'clock with questions. Okay. So coming to 4.12. Coming to 4.12, where it says, where Krishna says, men in this material world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive activities in this material world. So, as the shloka says, Kanka Shantaha. Kanka Shantaha means desiring or hankering, very bad hankering. Kanka Shantaha. Very bad hankering for what? For quick results, quick fix. For very bad hankering for quick results, you approach whom? Demigods. Why people get attracted to demigod worship? Are they, they really have some feelings for demigods? I have seen people, some god man's photo is placed, and everyone is dancing, and I don't know what all filmy songs they are singing and dancing, and even some gurus, some famous gurus, countrywide famous gurus, meeting the disciple and singing the filmy songs. So it's just that you get attracted to demigods or some godmans in a in a hanker, in a desire for very quick results. I need the results quickly, so I will rush after them. But we don't understand that the results may come quickly. Results may come. Although results come because of our past karmas. Karma mein mansha philosophy is there. But still, someone may, this is another illusion, that I will do something for the demigods and I will get the results. You understand? Having a very deep knowledge in astrology, I can I can say that with a great conviction based on astrology, that you approach some demigod also just because of your past karmas. Just because. We think like that. You know what? A very interesting thing to, this Prashar Muni has given us the Vedic astrology. Very important thing to understand. I'm fed up with some situations in my life. Okay, let me approach an astrologer. And he will give me some solutions. I will apply those solutions. And I will get the result. I'll wear some rings or something, or I'll wear gold, or we don't understand that gold has Kalyug in it. I'll wear it, or I will wear some ring and I will be satisfied. Just because of past karmas. You approach a good or a bad astrologer. It's not that on your own free will you are approaching an astrologer. And if the astrologer is good, he will show you some good, solutions. He will give you some good solutions. You worship this demigod, you worship that demigod, you worship that. Why it happens? Say an astrologer is consulted by thousands of people. Does the solution work out for every person? Just few hundred success stories and the whole world starts running after that astrologer. Just few hundred You know what? The solutions that these astrologers give, they also work only if your past karmas are such that the solutions of the astrologer should work. And someone who has bad past karmas, he will land up into a bad astrologer, who will give such solutions that will land you up in a more complex circumstances. This demigod worship, these rituals are so complex. You do a little bit of error in serving the demigods, and the same solution that the astrologer has given, it will react back badly. It's not that they are as merciful as Krishna. It's not Bhavgrahi Janardana. They don't take your bhav. They see your activities, that are you doing, if this flower has to be kept here, have you kept it there or not? Right? So, this demigod worship is you can say, it's a contract. It's a contractual worship. Demigod worship is like a contractual worship. You have to fulfill the contract to get the results. If you don't fulfill the contract, you won't get your salary. You understand? It is like that. But it's only Krishna. If you surrender to him, he can deliver you from all the sinful reactions. Someone who can deliver from you from the sinful reactions, you don't approach him. And someone who doesn't have the power to deliver you from the sinful reactions. And you know what? These solutions that you get from the astrologers, there are many dynamics to it, many dimensions to it. The solutions that you get from the astrologers, first of all, it's a basic principle of Vedic astrology. Prashar Muni writes in the beginning of the Vedic astrology that there are two basic conditions. The first condition is an astrologer cannot charge money for seeing the horoscope. An astrologer cannot charge money for that. If he charges money, what will be the result? The solutions that he gives will entirely not work. If he charges money, the solutions will not work. One thing. And if he charges money, his death will be very painful. These are the two basic conditions. You check out any astrologer who has charged money, his death has always been painful. I haven't seen a single astrologer in my life whose death has been peaceful. It has someone who has charged money for serving people through astrology. That person will definitely have a very bad death, very painful death. And the person who has paid the money, the solutions will not work. At first place, all are paid astrologers. So solutions in any case are not going to work very nicely. Then second point is, again Prashar Muni says in this Vedic astrology, that you approach an astrologer based on your past karmas. You will get a good or bad astrologer. That also depends on your past karmas. Whether or not the solutions given by the astrologer will work or not, that also depends on your past karmas. So it's all karma mimamsa philosophy, na? It's all karma mimamsa philosophy. Demigods cannot be partial, that someone whose demigods are working under the instructions of the Supreme. Now someone is paying some amount to demigods cannot act favorably for them. Krishna dand denge phir. They cannot be partial. इंद्र को वर्षा यहां पे भी करना है और इंद्र को वर्षा समुद्र पे भी करना है. It is fixed. You understand? So please understand, it's just because of our past karmas. Everything is happening in the life. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter, you abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from your selfful reactions, you nonsense. Why are you running here and there? And the third part the Vedic astrology says is, your karma reaction can just be postponed for some time with the help of an astrologer. It can't be finished off. You can postpone this. You can postpone it. अभी कुछ बुरा हो रहा है लाइफ में, थोड़ा बहुत कुछ करके अपने आप को सेव कर लिया, बट ऐसा नहीं है कि वो कार्मिक रिएक्शन आएगा नहीं. वो आएगा, थोड़ा पोस्टपोन हो सकता है, वो आएगा. These are the basic principles of Vedic astrology. अभी तो पोस्टपोन करने के लिए कोई मिल गया, अगला जन्म जानवर का मिल जाएगा, तो पोस्टपोन करने के लिए कौन मिलेगा? ये भी समझने वाली बात है कि नहीं है? So we should understand there is nothing really kept in demigod worship. And the people who, go for demigod worship, they are not really they don't have any attachment. They don't have any devotion really. They are not going there for spiritual advancement. They are going there just to say, please entangle me more. I'm already entangled. Please tie me to this material world more tightly, so that I remain here only. So a contract cannot be devotion. All right, that's what I could understand from this shloka.